Who doesn't love to watch some basketball? And the best place to watch basketball is the NBA, the highest level of pro basketball. The NBA is worth $75 billion and gets billions of views on all social media platforms every year. Just last year, the NBA generated over $11 billion and signed an 11-year, $76 billion media rights deal. And for some reason, I feel like the league has been in decline and people are caring less and less every day. Let's try to figure out why. One of the biggest criticisms in recent years is the trend of load management, where star players sit out games, especially in the regular season, to rest and avoid injury. While this is partly driven by a long season and player health concerns, it has led to frustration from fans who pay to see their favorite players only to find out they are sitting out. This has been especially pronounced for national TV games and primetime matchups. It has gotten so bad to the point where the league had to step in and implement the 65-game rule, in which players had to play at least 65 games to be eligible for the end-of-season awards, and that teams couldn't have multiple stars sit out. And if teams violate these rules, the fine started at $100,000 and can go up to $1 million per violation. And the reason why this is a problem is because of how the fans/players have devalued the regular season. The consensus around the league is that it doesn't matter anymore, and that the only thing that matters is the postseason. So you can't really blame players for taking it easy. Another big reason is the style of play has evolved in recent years, with a greater emphasis on three-point shooting, which is the right move for teams to go after, because shooting threes are worth a lot more than twos, and teams are just jacking up threes, which leads to a worse viewing product. It might be better for the team to turn them winning, but in terms of watching a game, it is unbearable. A crazy statistic is that in 2017, the Warriors with KD averaged 31 threes a game. So far this season, every single team in the league averages more threes than them, and the Celtics average over 50 threes a game. So why would we watch games that are just glorified three-point contests, and whenever we turn the channel over to another team, it's just the same thing? Another reason is that the NBA has increasingly become a league centered around individual superstars, with star power driving much of the conversation and viewership. While stars like LeBron, Steph Curry, and KD attract huge attention, some fans feel that the focus on individual players over teams has diluted the sense of community and identity that comes from following a team. If you take Laker fans, for example, most of them aren't even real Laker fans. It's mostly LeBron fans who will just follow him wherever he goes. Most people don't have allegiance to their team instead of individual stars because of how the NBA has decided to market the league. What this does is take eyes off teams that aren't doing well and brings more eyes to the teams that have stars. And also something that isn't the NBA's fault, but is still hurting them, is the rise of other sports. The NFL over the years has become the biggest sport in the US, and it's not even close. The gap between the average NFL game and average NBA game in viewership is unfathomable. The NFL has gotten so dominant to the point where it's taken over Christmas viewership, something the NBA was always known for. Last year, the Chiefs versus Raiders averaged 29.2 million views, while the Lakers versus Celtics, two of the biggest NBA franchises with the biggest fan bases, averaged just 5 million.
I'd watch this, guys. This is Christmas Day. NFL decides to start having Christmas Day games.
Beautiful.
Look at that. Raiders Chiefs, 29.17 million.
Damn.
Giants Eagles, 29.02. I thought Ravens 49ers would have been the most. 27.23 million. Look at the NBA games on Christmas Day. Bucks Knicks, 2.5 million. Warriors Nuggets, 4.1 million. Celtics Lakers, Vinny, Christmas Day.
Also, the rise of hockey, which is a fast-growing sport. Soccer is also getting bigger due to Americans are watching more soccer due to Messi coming to play in the MLS. Also, European soccer is appealing to more people here. And another big sport is the UFC. The UFC over the years has went from something that was just seen as low to averaging millions of views, and has, to me at least, overtaken boxing as the combat sport to watch. And it doesn't help college football and basketball are becoming their own behemoth. And lastly, All-Star Weekend. The week in which we are supposed to celebrate basketball has become a joke. The skills contest is completely useless. Nobody cares about it at all, no matter how much they try to change it. The dunk contest is just old. There really isn't much to do. Star players won't participate in it, and we have seen pretty much every dunk there is. The three-point contest is good, and I like how they changed it up. And lastly, the All-Star Game itself. One of the biggest criticisms of the NBA All-Star Game is the absence of competitive defense. In recent years, players have often treated the game more like an exhibition and less like a competition. The emphasis on highlight reel dunks, flashy passes, and three-point shooting, but there's little to no commitment to defense at all. Players seem to be focused more on putting a show than actually trying to win. And it's not even an entertaining show. It's literally just guys giving wide open layups and shooting deep. That isn't fun to watch at all. Players have shown more care in their rec leagues than they do the All-Star game, is just a slap in the face to the viewers.
Morphed into layups, dunks, and threes.
Yeah.
And there's a blatant disregard for the game. You're right. You can get a better run in UCLA than you can in an All-Star game. These are the best players in the world. And that is ridiculous. And yeah, I get it. The people in attendance, yeah, they're oohing and ahhing, but that's not what.
I hope the league does fix some of these issues, and it has in some ways with the 65-game rule and the in-season tournament to spice up the regular season. There may be a hope for this league to regain its glory. Another person who might need to gain some glory back is Joel Embiid. Has been injured, we don't know when he'll be back, has been on the court, and has been in a bunch of drama and off-season issues. If you want to check out a video about that, I made that. Check the link in the description below. See ya.